Hello, hello. All right, it is time to get started. And I've got a lot to talk about tonight, so I don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. And so I am Marcy Schoenborn. I am excited to be here tonight. I am the founder of SchoFit. I'm so glad you're here to watch this teaching. That tells me you care about your health. And if you're not familiar with me, I'm a nutritionist with an extremely successful weight loss program that focuses on eating to heal the body. And I'm on a mission to get the truth out about food, supplements, and anything health related. So if you know someone that may benefit from my talks, please share them. If you would like my team to do research on a specific topic, please let me know. If you'd like to be on my email list, please DM me your email. I send out weekly emails. On Mondays, I send out scientifically backed health information. On Wednesdays, I send out full workouts, a seated workout and a standing workout. And on Fridays, I send out a recipe. So I would love for you to receive that. So let's get started with this talk. So why do we call your nervous system the soil for all healing? So think of your body like a garden. You can plant all the seeds you want, nutritious food, supplements, even great exercise plans, but if the soil is dry, rocky, and stressed, those seeds won't grow well. Your nervous system is your internal soil. It determines whether your body is in a state of stress, fight, flight, freeze, or in a state of safety, which is when your body can repair, digest, and truly heal. So even think about that. You know, what happened to us over the last handful of years when the world had us stressed out? Not good for being able to fight everything that we were dealing with. If your nervous system is constantly perceiving danger, even from everyday stressors, your body prioritizes survival over healing. It fights to survive. Digestion slows, inflammation increases, and you remain stuck in cycles of fatigue, gut issues, and pain. It doesn't matter how clean your diet is, how many supplements you take, or how much you exercise, if your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. Your body can't fully heal. The vagus nerve, which we'll focus on today, is a key player in shifting your body out of survival and into healing. When you learn to support and stimulate the vagus nerve, you signal to your body that it is safe. Safe enough to digest your food properly, to reduce inflammation, to balance hormones, and to restore your energy. And that's why here at SchoFit, you'll hear us say things like you can't out-supplement a stressed nervous system. You can't out-supplement a poor diet. Healing begins when you create the right soil for it to take root, and that begins with your nervous system. So we're going to start with what the vagus nerve actually is. The vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve, and it's the longest nerve in your body. It starts in your brainstem and travels down through your neck into your heart, lungs, and gut. It's often called the main nerve of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's rest, digest, and repair system. So why does this matter? Because your vagus nerve helps regulate your heart rate, keeping it calm and steady, supports digestion by controlling the movement of your stomach and intestines, impacts your immune system and inflammation, helping your body respond appropriately to stress and illness, plays a key role in mental health, influencing your mood and how your body responds to anxiety or stress. So in simple terms, your vagus nerve is a communication superhighway between your brain and your body, telling your organs when it's safe to slow down, heal, and recover. And let's even go back to the fact that it supports digestion by controlling the movement of your stomach and intestines. And so if you're getting the weight loss shot, the GLP-1 agonist, and that slows down your digestion, which doctors are telling you a lie, telling you that that is a good thing, it's going to affect your vagus nerve. And that is never a good thing. So now that we know what the vagus nerve is, let's look at what it actually does in your body. Your vagus nerve is like the conductor of your body's healing orchestra. It helps your body know when it's safe to slow down, repair, and function optimally, and here's how. It regulates your heart rate variability, your HRV. HRV is the variation in time between your heartbeats. A higher HRV means your body can flexibly shift between stress and relaxation. This is a key marker of nervous system resilience, showing how well you handle daily stress. It controls your gut motility and microbiome signaling. The vagus nerve tells your gut when to move food along and plays a role in how your gut bacteria communicate with your brain. This is why your digestion and gut health are directly linked to your nervous system. And so in my teaching, I talk a lot about the healthy gut microbes and the unhealthy gut microbes. And so when we are eating to fuel the unhealthy gut microbes, processed food, too much sugar, alcohol, various foods that are going to throw off and cause the unhealthy gut microbiome to breed, and it breeds faster than the healthy gut microbiome, that's going to affect your vagus nerve. Okay, it's going to affect the communication of your vagus nerve to your brain. So it manages your anti-inflammatory pathways through something called the cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. The vagus nerve helps your body reduce unnecessary inflammation, which is a root driver of many chronic health conditions. It influences emotional regulation, connection, and your sense of safety. Your vagus nerve impacts how you feel in social settings, how you connect with others, and how quickly you recover from stress. It helps your body move out of fight or flight and into a state of safety where healing can happen. So those butterflies in your stomach in a social situation, or before you get into a situation, you're entering a situation and you've got butterflies. That is what's going on in your stomach, the vagus nerve. So why does all this matter? Because when your vagus nerve isn't functioning well, you're more likely to stay stuck in survival mode. This can show up as anxiety and depression, digestive issues, bloating, IBS, and constipation, chronic pain and muscle tension, fatigue and poor energy, chronic inflammation. In other words, the health of your vagus nerve affects nearly every system in your body. When you learn to support and stimulate it, you can unlock the body's ability to digest, repair, reduce inflammation, and restore energy, all essential for long-term healing and vitality. So what does it actually take to heal and stimulate your vagus nerve? That's what is being talked about with supplement companies, direct sale companies, all kinds of things right now talking about stimulating your vagus nerve. And I can tell you they're hitting about this much of it. They're doing what they're offering is limited. So what it takes, while supplements can offer some support, lifestyle and daily practices are the primary drivers of vagus nerve healing and resilience, and here's why. Your vagus nerve learns through repetition and safety signals. Just like you can strengthen a muscle with consistent exercise, you can strengthen your vagus nerve with consistent practices that tell your body it's safe to rest, digest, and heal. Here are the key approaches. Breathwork. Slow diaphragmatic breathing of 4 to 6 breaths per minute signals safety and directly stimulates the vagus nerve, helping lower stress hormones. So we don't always stop and think to slow down and do some, box breathing, or I like to do a 4-4-6 breathing where you inhale 4, hold for 4, exhale 6. We don't always stop to think of that in a stressful moment, but it really is one of the best things that we can do. Cold exposure, cold showers, or if you're like Marcy, I'm not getting in a cold shower, face immersions. Ice cold water, face immersion. Activate the vagus nerve and help your body build resilience to stress. Humming, chanting, singing. These create gentle vibrations that stimulate the vagus nerve and calm your system. Gargling, another simple way to engage the muscles connected to the vagus nerve. Movement, yoga, tai chi, and gentle walking help regulate your nervous system while improving circulation and lymphatic flow. Safe social connections, eye contact, laughter, and genuine conversations stimulate the vagus nerve, reinforcing safety and connection. Mindfulness and meditation, these help lower chronic sympathetic overdrive, allowing your parasympathetic system to activate. Quality sleep, essential for nervous system repair, hormone regulation, and vagal tone restoration. Gut health support, this is where nutrition becomes foundational. And you hear me say that a lot, and I am just not blowing smoke when I say nutrition is the foundation to everything. If we don't have our nutrition squared away, we're going to struggle with everything else in our health, including the vagus nerve. So why nutrition is key to vagus nerve healing? Your gut is directly connected to your brain through the vagus nerve, forming the gut-brain axis. A healthy, well-fed gut supports proper nutrient absorption, giving your body the building blocks for neurotransmitters and hormones that support healing and mood. Adequate fiber intake, which feeds your beneficial gut bacteria, helping reduce inflammation and producing short-chain fatty acids that support gut lining integrity. Fermented foods, which introduce beneficial bacteria that signal positively through the vagus nerve. Adequate hydration, which supports digestion, detoxification, and overall organ function. So when your gut and digestive organs are well nourished, your entire system functions more efficiently. Your liver detoxifies effectively. Your kidneys filter efficiently. Your lymphatic system can move waste products out. Your hormones can be produced and cleared appropriately. This means your body is not constantly fighting fires internally, freeing up energy for healing, digestion, and nervous system repair. Nutrition also helps stabilize blood sugar, reducing unnecessary stress signals that keep the body in fight or flight mode. So in short, all of these lifestyle practices work best on the foundation of proper nutrition because a healthy, well-fed gut and nourished body are required to repair tissues, produce energy, reduce inflammation, and signal safety to your nervous system. If your body is malnourished, inflamed, or constantly battling poor digestion, it's like trying to rebuild your nervous system on a shaky ground. So when you pair these daily practices with a nutrition plan that supports gut and organ health, you create the soil your vagus nerve needs to heal and thrive. Excuse me. So why supplements alone won't fix a stressed vagus nerve? So supplements can support. And which supplements do that? Magnesium, omega-3s, and certain polyphenols, but they do not train the nervous system to feel safe. They do not rewire chronic stress patterns or change your breathing, posture, and social engagement. They may help reduce friction, but daily regulation is behavioral. And so an analogy, supplements are like fertilizer, but lifestyle practices are watering, sunlight, and soil quality. You need the whole picture. So now I want to unpack a product out there that's making some pretty bold claims. It's called Fix. And so it claims it's a dietary supplement marketed as a natural stimulant-free aid for weight loss and overall wellness. Its primary active ingredient is matured hop extract, MHE3, derived from hops flowers. Here's a detailed overview of its components and potential side effects. And this is everything I'm talking about here. I have the scientific citations. If anybody would ever like to dig deeper into my research, reach out to me. Happy to give you the citations. My talks are not created from other YouTubers or influencers. My talks are researched and data backed. So the key ingredients in Fix, MHE3. The supplement's efficacy is attributed to 3 main compounds found in matured hops. Humulone, an anti-inflammatory agent that may help reduce internal inflammation, potentially facilitating fat loss by creating a more favorable metabolic environment. Lupulone, believed to stabilize blood sugar, which can aid in controlling cravings and reducing fat storage. Xanthomumol, a compound that may stimulate thermogenesis, thereby increasing the body's calorie burning capacity and assisting in the reduction of visceral fat. Friends, there are a lot of other supplements, or actually herbs and spices that do this, that are right in your cupboard. You don't have to spend about $100 a month to take something like this. You go to your cupboard, you start integrating these with your nutrition. The various spices that will do all these things. So Fix is formulated to be caffeine-free, stimulant-free, gluten-free, and devoid of artificial additives. It is available in a liquid form designed to be mixed with beverages and is often packaged in single-use snap sachets for convenience. So potential side effects and user experiences. While Fix is promoted as having no known side effects, user reports suggest a range of experiences. Digestive issues. Some users have reported bloating, nausea, stomach cramps, and increased bowel movements. Headaches and joint pain. A few individuals have experienced headaches and joint discomfort during use. Sleep disturbances and anxiety. There are accounts of sleep disruptions and heightened anxiety levels. Lack of efficacy. Several users have noted no significant changes in weight or body composition, leading to dissatisfaction with the product's effectiveness. It's important to note that individual reactions can vary, and these experiences may not be universal. Additional considerations, scientific evidence. While preliminary studies suggest potential benefits of MHE3, comprehensive clinical trials are limited. Regulatory status. As a dietary supplement, Fix is not subject to the same rigorous testing and approval processes as pharmaceutical drugs. And I don't even know that that statement is, weighing that one out. We know that pharmaceutical drugs aren't even really truthfully regulated. So consultation with healthcare providers before starting any new supplement regimen, especially for individuals with pre-existing health conditions or those taking other medications, is advisable. It's always advisable to consult with a healthcare professional. So if you're considering Fix for weight management or other health goals, it's essential to weigh the potential benefits against the reported side effects and consult with a healthcare provider to determine if it's appropriate for your individual needs. And so let's go over the claims that are right on the front of the Fix website. Claims, no side effects. Reality, while generally well tolerated, hop extracts can cause GI issues, bloating, nausea, diarrhea. Sedative effects due to hops' mild GABAergic activity. Potential estrogenic effects. Phytoestrogens in hops may influence hormone balance. So conclusion, no side effects is inaccurate. Individual variability and potential mild to moderate side effects should be disclosed. And they also claim 5 years of clinical studies and trials. Currently, there is no publicly available evidence of 5 years of independent peer-reviewed clinical trials on Fix or MH3 specifically. Research on hop extracts and xanthomumol, one of its components for metabolic health, is preliminary. Xanthomumol has shown promise in reducing body weight and improving glucose metabolism in animal studies. Small human studies have explored xanthomumol's metabolic effects, but sample sizes and durations are limited. Conclusion, the 5 years of clinical trials claim likely refers to internal testing or non-peer-reviewed pilot data rather than independent large-scale RCTs. And so the key ingredients with evidence. So humulone demonstrates anti-inflammatory properties in vitro and in animal models. May support metabolic health by reducing inflammation, indirectly supporting weight management. Handful of blueberries in the morning can reduce inflammation. We want to take inflammation away. That's what I help clients do, is get rid of inflammation. We don't want to just lower inflammation. Lupulone, antimicrobial and potential anti-inflammatory properties noted in lab studies. No robust evidence for blood sugar stabilization in humans. Xanthomycin shows potential to improve glucose and lipid metabolism in preclinical studies. May reduce visceral fat in animal models. Limited human trials with low doses. Unclear clinical efficacy for weight loss. So there is no proof of any of this here. Potential side effects. User reports align with known potential effects. Digestive discomfort, bloating, diarrhea, common with polyphenol-rich extracts. Headaches, sedation, consistent with hops, mild sedative properties. Hormonal considerations due to phytoestrogens, caution in individuals with hormone-sensitive conditions. As a dietary supplement, Fix is not FDA approved for weight loss, and claims should not overstate efficacy or safety without substantiation. Consultation with healthcare providers should always be done due to possible drug supplement interactions, hormonal impacts, individual variability in gut and metabolic responses. It is prudent to consult with a healthcare provider prior to using it, especially in individuals with pre-existing metabolic conditions, hormone-sensitive conditions, concurrent medication use. So while hops extracts like MH3 may have supportive roles in metabolic health via anti-inflammatory and glucose modulating properties, claims of no side effects in 5 years of clinical trials are not fully substantiated by publicly available peer-reviewed evidence. Fix may be explored as a supportive adjunct within a comprehensive lifestyle program, but should not be marketed or perceived as a standalone side effect-free solution for weight loss. And so supplements like that, they may support inflammation reduction, glucose metabolism, and gut health modestly, but the vagus nerve's function and healing primarily depend on lifestyle-driven neuroplasticity, including breathwork, cold exposure, somatic practices, trauma stress resolution, nutrition for gut-brain axis stability, movement and HRV training, and sleep hygiene. Since supplements do not retrain the stress response or build safety signaling, their role is limited. So a supplement like Fix may provide a small supportive boost, maybe 5 to 10% of the health puzzle, by reducing inflammation or supporting metabolism. But if you want to truly heal and retrain your vagus nerve, you need nutrition, breathwork, movement, and lifestyle practices that teach your body to feel safe. Supplements alone cannot replace the neuroplastic work required for deep, lasting nervous system healing. So now let's talk about the gut-brain vagus nerve connection. So the vagus nerve is the main highway between your gut and your brain. It carries signals from your gut microbiome and gut lining to your brain, influencing mood, inflammation, and stress responses. If your gut is inflamed or imbalanced, it sends distress signals via the vagus nerve, increasing stress and lowering vagal tone. So nutrition directly affects vagal tone via reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation lowers vagal tone. Anti-inflammatory foods, leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, olive oil, turmeric, just a handful of ideas, support systemic and gut-specific inflammation reduction. Feeding the gut microbiome. Prebiotic fibers, onion, garlic, leeks, asparagus, bananas, and fermented foods support beneficial bacteria, which communicate with the vagus nerve to improve mood and resilience. And again, we don't need to take a prebiotic. If we are eating to heal the gut, prebiotics are not needed. If we are not eating to heal the gut, prebiotics won't work. Probiotics are another story. Probiotics are a great adjunct to add and meet your nutrition in the middle. So blood sugar balance, fluctuating blood sugar stresses the body, triggering sympathetic activation. Balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats export stable energy and reduce unnecessary stress signals. And when I say fiber, I am talking fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, beans, okay? I'm not talking like a powder laxative that you buy over the counter. I'm talking using food as fiber. Nutrient cofactors for nervous system health. Magnesium. There's many reasons we should all be taking magnesium. Calms nerves. Omega-3s supports nerve structure and anti-inflammatory action. So you can get it from fatty fish, chia, ground flax. You should be getting omega-3s in your food every day. B vitamins, nerve health, energy metabolism. Polyphenols support gut bacteria and reduce inflammation. Berries, green tea, cocoa, all have polyphenols. So why diet alone isn't enough, but it is the foundation. Just as supplements alone aren't enough, nutrition without lifestyle practices, breath work, stress management, sleep may not fully optimize vagal tone. However, without nutritional support, the vagus nerve remains under constant inflammatory and stress signals, making it harder to maintain good vagal tone. Nutrition plus lifestyle practices are synergistic in creating a resilient nervous system. And so every bite you take is information for your nervous system. Food can either add to your body's stress load or support your body's ability to rest, repair, and feel safe. Or food can take you entirely the other way, the wrong way. The vagus nerve and healing require neuroplasticity, not just nutrients. So the vagus nerve's tone and function depend heavily on neuroplasticity and autonomic conditioning, which require behavioral and lifestyle inputs. Breathwork, cold exposure, meditation, social safety for lasting change. Supplements can support underlying conditions, but they do not train the vagus nerve's response to stress or rebuild its tone alone. Supplements may support vagal function, but are adjuncts. So omega-3 fatty acids, probiotics, magnesium. Omega-3 fatty acids should be in your first meal of the day. I start my day with a bowl of, I call it cereal, but it is created cereal. There's no such thing as a healthy box of cereal on the market. I don't care what they say on the front, back, or sides of them. And in creating my bowl of cereal, I've got walnuts in it. I've got ground flax in it. I've got chia seeds in it. I start my day with the right fats for healing my body. Probiotics. Probiotics are certainly in a healthy nutrition plan. I take a probiotic every day. Magnesium supports nervous system relaxation, but does not heal the vagus nerve without addressing lifestyle stressors. Magnesium should be taken by all of us. It is great for so many things, including sleep. So why supplements alone cannot heal the vagus nerve? Vagal tone and resilience are primarily determined by breath patterns, emotional safety, social connection, physical activity, gut health, and sleep quality. And let's see, breath patterns and emotional safety are not necessarily, and social connection are not necessarily managed by nutrition. Physical activity, so here are my thoughts. You're going to get better results from your physical activity. You're going to have more energy when you eat well. Your gut health is all the foundation of nutrition. Sleep quality is based on nutrition. And so emotional safety, the feeling of that and healing from trauma, if you are eating to also heal the gut, you're going to have the addictive chemicals out of your body that are confusing your brain, stressing you out, causing brain fog. And so while you're also doing maybe other work to release trauma, the food is certainly going to support you in that. So supplements can support the environment for healing, but cannot replace the neural repatterning required for vagal healing. So now what is HRV training? So heart rate variability. HRV measures the variation in time between your heartbeats. It reflects how well your nervous system, especially your vagus nerve, can adapt to stress. Higher HRV generally means your body can flexibly switch between stress and relaxation, which is a sign of resilience. Lower HRV can indicate chronic stress, inflammation, or a stuck fight or flight state. And so what is HRV training? That involves using biofeedback or intentional practices to increase your HRV, thereby strengthening your vagal tone and nervous system flexibly. So how does it work? You use wearable like the Aura, HRV monitor. There's different types of apparatuses that you can use to track your HRV, and you practice specific breathing techniques, slow diaphragmatic breathing, box breathing, resonance breathing, and then these apparatuses track all of that. So some systems use real-time feedback so you can see how your HRV changes during these practices, helping you learn what calms your nervous system most effectively. And why HRV training matters for vagus nerve health. The vagus nerve is the main nerve controlling your parasympathetic rest and digest system. HRV is one of the best non-invasive ways to measure how well your vagus nerve is functioning. When you engage in HRV training, you learn to regulate your breath to signal safety to your body. You strengthen your vagal tone, improving digestion, inflammation control, and stress response. You build your nervous system's flexibility, which is essential for resilience, recovery, and healing. And examples of HRV training tools and practices. So breathwork, devices that aid in that, HeartMath, Elite HRV, Aura Ring, Whoop, Garmin with HRV monitoring. I'm pretty sure that my Fitbit actually even has it on there. I do see that in my listing when I fanatically look at everything daily. Daily practices using breathwork and mindfulness to intentionally lower stress, which in turn improves HRV over time. So in summary, HRV training is like a workout for your nervous system. It helps you train your body to shift into a healing state more easily, making it a practical, evidence-based tool for improving vagus nerve health and resilience. And so I hope this talk today brought to light that we shouldn't be taking the vagus nerve so lightly and just, oh, I'll take that supplement for the vagus nerve. It's not that simple. And unfortunately, I hear from a lot of people that are using some of these products on the market, and I hear from them because they write to me and say, hey, you should probably tell your clients about these. And when I respond to them, well, I show them the research, and then I say the way that we eat, and I teach my clients about stress, and I teach them about neuroplasticity, and I teach them all these things. People don't understand how comprehensive my program actually is. And that's why my program works. And so we don't need an adjunct $90-ish, $100 a month supplement to aid in enhancing what the vagus nerve does when we're actually working to heal it at SchoFit. So if you have any questions, you'd like to reach out, always happy to talk to you. And I really thank you for being here today and listening. If you liked this, please share and subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And I hope to see you next week for my next educational talk. Have a great day. Be blessed.